Yes, guys, you read the title right. I am indeed talking about this because I feel like it's important to get my thoughts across, and I'm not going to sit here and give you probably the same opinion you've heard or anything like that. And I know I'm a couple days late on this too because I had more important things to cover, but I still want to talk about it. The Watch Mojo top 10 DBZ tubers, Dragon Ball YouTubers list. I know there's already about 40 different people that probably commented saying it was pointless to do a video on this or, just share their thoughts in general. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, share my thoughts, give my honest opinion, and where I feel like where I feel like I stand on the list. In terms of like how the voting process was done or the placement or all that stuff. Let me first start off by saying I am very grateful to all the new subscribers that have come over from that list. Do not think I'm putting any of you down. Not a chance. As soon as that list came out, I had people coming over saying they came from that list, and I felt good that people actually took an interest just by what was honestly a poor representation of, I think, everyone's channel on that list, not even just my friends, even, for Neverworld. Team 4-Star got pretty well represented, and so did Mike, but everyone else got kind of poorly represented because it was like old material. But I'm very grateful for that, and I've seen some nice new faces on the channel. I'm very humbled that I could gain that type of, a nice little boost. But how much does the list actually matter? Again, not to knock down Watch Mojo or anyone that came from the list. I just want to get that point across right now. I don't want anyone to get that information twisted. But what I do want to say is I am happy, and it is cool to be on a list that's made by someone, let's say, 12 million subs or whatever. That's a cool thing. But is it really important? Not necessarily. And the reason I say it's because, yes, and I'm not just saying it's because I got like number 4. I could have not been on the list. Yeah, I would have, would I have still done a video? Most likely. And then it would have just sounded like I was hating on the list because I wasn't on it. It's regardless, I'm going to talk about the list either way. I'm not going to put my own biases or my own ego into it, I suppose. What I actually think of the list is that I think it's cool that they made it. I think it's cool to have that sort of recognition to the whole community. But to the people that aren't on the list, or that are on the list in general, it's awesome, but it doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why. At the end of the day, they didn't do all their homework to represent us as best we should have been, or even close to as best we should have been. I don't think they really analyzed the whole community very well. I'm not going to say this person should have been there, this person should have been there, this person should have been there. No. But there are people on there that I feel like maybe that shouldn't have been there. Like, and I'm going to say names. Like, I don't think Neverworld should have been on the list. I wouldn't call him a Dragon Ball YouTuber. I'd say he's an anime YouTuber, reviewer. Sawyer7Mage, I've never seen his stuff really, but from what I know, he's pretty much in the same boat. I could be wrong. Everyone else on there, I think, deserve to be on it. And that's nothing to take shots at whatever I think of Neverworld. It's just my honest opinion on his content. He's just not a Dragon Ball YouTuber mainly. And I feel like you need to be mainly that. As Danny said, we've talked about this before a very long time ago. I believe it was him and a lot of other people. I think 70% or more of your content should be Dragon Ball. And, that's just where I stand on that. And in terms of the placement, I don't know how the hell they did it. I don't know how the hell I ranked so high. I don't even know how the hell I got on the list in the first place, to be honest. But I definitely think people like Danny should have been higher than me. I think he's a better YouTuber than me. Me and him are very good friends, and I appreciate his friendship and recognize the stuff he does for this community. I don't think I make as big of an impact on the community as he does. And if we're talking about community impact, of course, Team 4-Star. Team 4-Star is number 1. That's no big deal. Everyone knew that was coming. They deserve it. They put the most work. They have made They have made fans of Dragon Ball that didn't even know the series before. They have made people lives different because of that show, and they've done a lot for a lot of people. They definitely deserve number one. But at the end of the day, I will just say that just like Screw Attack with their, let's just say, Superman and Goku versus, okay? I'm not going to go on a rant about that or say which side I think wins or which doesn't. At the end of the day, it's just a bunch of guys and girls sitting around a table probably talking about YouTubers. And these aren't like, this isn't like if it was Kanzenshuu or something, who are professionals with Dragon Ball. These are just normal people that made an opinion, and this would pretty much be the same pretty much be the same as if let's say a subscriber made a video about this. It's cool, but getting a sore throat here. It's cool, but it's, at the end of the day, it's nothing worth, quite frankly, bitching about or complaining that you weren't at, because at the end of the day, I have a channel with over 50,000 subscribers. Danny has a channel with over 70,000. Mike, 30,000. We all have thousands of subscribers. We're not all as big as each other, but we all have our own audience, and that's what matters. This list doesn't matter. It was cool. I got a nice little subscriber bump. I got probably about 1,000 subs, which is something I would get in like a week. A week is not a lot of time. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful because I'm not. I've said it multiple times. It was very cool, and it's exciting to be put on a list by anyone to have people think that you're good. But it's just one group of opinions, really. That's, at the end of the day, that's just what I want to say. I'm sure this video will come off negative to some people, and that's fine. I don't intend it to be that way, and if it does come across that way, I apologize. But it's not how I want to make it come across, really, if that makes sense. But I know I'm a couple days late on this. I just really wanted to share my thoughts because it's just, I don't know. It's not something that's that destroyed the community. It's just something that people were really getting all up in arms about, which in reality it's just a list. It's all it is. It's not the crowning jewel in saying who is the best YouTuber or who is better than who. Because at the end of the day, they don't know what they're talking about. And I've said it at the end of the day like 40 times. But I suppose those are all my thoughts. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. You don't really need to share your thoughts on this down below, but if you want to, you can. Yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest, and catch you guys later.